Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Are you new to adventure riding or thinking about getting your first adventure bike? You know, new bike, new trails, a whole new style of riding. I'm here to share with you a few things that I've learned in my 2 or 3 months journey as a new adventure rider. Let's get into it. The thing about adventure is that sometimes it throws at you things that you didn't really expect when planning. Sometimes you get a flat tire, you run into roads that you didn't expect, it rains heavily. There's always a ton of things that are not expected for you when you're out on adventures. And so one thing that you really need to do is carry the right tools. I mean, what you can carry rain gear, try prepare as much as you can. But really, sometimes things happen that you're not really prepared for. So with experience, the more you go out riding, the more you do more adventure rides, then you get to know the kind of things that you need to look at. Always expect the unexpected. The truth is, adventure bikes are very heavy and you'll feel the weight, especially when doing slow speed maneuvers, or sometimes, things happen and the bike drops. Now, one of the things you really have to learn is how to bring your bike back up, because at some point it's gonna fall. It's pretty heavy. Yeah, that's a lot of work. So definitely something you should think about when getting your adventure bike, whether you can manage the weight or not. Get something lighter if you don't have that much physical strength, but it's also a lot more about technique and less of strength. Something to think about. Sure, a good Tenere looks nice, a GS looks nice, a KTM 790, 890, whatever your preference is, looks really nice. But it goes more than just the bike. You need to polish up your skills, you need to get good adventure gear, you need to get a whole lot of other stuff. So a lot of it is really you and less about the bike. But of course, having a nice adventure bike looks nice. I mean, look at that bike. The next thing you need to take note of is park light but smart. I mean, sure, adventure bikes look really nice when like fully loaded, when you have your aluminum panniers or the soft bags or whatever it is, right? They look really nice. They have a presence, they have aura, It looks really nice. And so you'd be tempted to, always load it as much as you can wherever you're going, just for it to look nice. I mean, that's okay. But the problem with carrying a lot of luggage is that it impacts your handling, especially off-road. So when doing your adventure rides, really only carry the things that you need. Whether it's water, camping gear, only carry the things that you need. The things that you don't need will just add you extra weight, and that makes handling the bike a lot more difficult, especially if the bike is already heavy. I have come to learn the importance of good tires. Sure, adventure bikes can take you literally anywhere, but understanding your mix of riding will help you know what kind of tires you need. For instance, if you have those knobby tires that are really good off-road, on tarmac they kind of tend to wear fast and sometimes are a little bit loud. A good mix that a lot of people typically use is the 50-50 tires. But really, having used these 50-50 tires, I think they have more tarmac bias than they do off-road. So understanding where you ride a lot more will help you know what kind of tire you need. If you're the kind of adventure rider who spends a lot of your time on tarmac touring, then sure, a 50-50 tire would do you good. But if you spend a lot of your time off-road, then really go 80-20, 60-40, or even full off-road. I think that will help you. The other thing you need to know is that practice makes perfect. No, really, practice makes progress. I'm sure you've seen on YouTube people doing very fancy stunts on the adventure bikes, doing wheelies, power slides, and all that kind of nice stuff, right? But it just doesn't happen that way. You need to put in the time, you need to practice handling the bike, having fun with it. So don't shy away from actually dedicating time to practice and bond with your bike. That's the only way that you get to have a lot more fun with it. The other thing that's often a shock to a lot of people is that adventure bikes are really not all about speed. Especially if you're coming from a sport bike, you might be expecting that thrilling performance. You probably won't get that. But it has its own really, really good sides because it opens up the world to you. You're not only limited to tarmac. You can go off-road, go explore trails. You can do very fun things on it. In my opinion, it's a lot more fun than a sport bike, but hey, that's just me. Adventure riding is all about pushing your limits. Whether you're used to town roads and you want to go explore the back roads, you're used to doing your commute home to work and you want to do a long distance ride, it's really all about pushing limits. And over time, you get to learn and gather more experience. And so, the only best way to learn and master some of the things I've talked to you about is to go out there and actually ride. If you're a new rider or an experienced rider watching this, please share in the comment section some of the things that you've learned over this time. So, just like I said, go out there and ride.